It's now official. Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford are set to clash on September 12th at the Las Vegas Stadium. This time, it's not speculation or behind-the-scenes talks. It's confirmed. The announcement came live inside the ring just moments after Canelo secured a unanimous decision victory over William Skull. Crawford then stepped into the ring for a face-off with Canelo, building up the hype for what promises to be one of the most anticipated bouts in modern boxing. After years of talk and debates over weight classes, Crawford is finally stepping into a fight that could cement his legacy. Unsurprisingly, he appeared intensely focused when asked about facing the toughest challenge of his career.
This is the biggest fight of my career, if it happened, and I'm just looking forward to it. I'm excited. Looking over the landscape of boxing and the opportunities and the accomplishment that Canelo had, and sizing them up and things like that. I know we ain't never been in the ring before, but it's a great opportunity for me in my career. It's very exciting. It's like throwing gasoline on a bucket of fire. I'm very competitive, and I'm looking to be competitive in a fight in September.
Two undisputed champions, each with their own unique style, are now set to collide in a blockbuster showdown. Terence Crawford has already dominated the 140 and 147 divisions, while Canelo Alvarez continues to rule the super middleweight scene at 168. Come September, the two will finally meet in what many are calling the most high-stakes fight of the decade. The boxing world is buzzing, and top fighters are already reacting to this unexpected but thrilling announcement. Crawford himself made it crystal clear he understands exactly what's at stake and is fully locked in.
The face of boxing, he's the best fighter for Terence Crawford out there. He's the biggest fight for Terence Crawford out there, so that's why Terence Crawford want to take the opportunity to share a ring with another great.
How do you beat him?
You'll see. Come 12.
When questioned about the weight difference, one of the biggest concerns surrounding the matchup, Crawford showed no hesitation whatsoever.
That's why we fight the fight. So September 12th, we all going to see if the weight is going to make a difference or not.
No excuses, no what-ifs. Crawford understands the risks involved, but he's equally aware of what's on the line. This isn't just another fight. It's legacy versus legacy, pound-for-pound greatness against the face of modern boxing. And now, it's officially set for September 12th in Las Vegas. While some critics argue that Crawford may be taking on too much by stepping up to 168 to challenge Canelo, others, like former world champion Amir Khan, view it from a different angle. For Khan, this clash goes far beyond just weight differences.
You need more than size, you need more than weight, you need more than everything. I think what you need now is you just need box IQ, the right box IQ, you need to be smart. And someone like Canelo fighting against Crawford, you need more than power, you need more than speed, you need ring IQ, you need literally everything, because this is the two best pound-for-pound fighters who are going to be fighting each other. Even though Crawford is going to be giving away a lot of weight, but I feel that it could go either.
At the heart of this showdown lies a clash between raw knockout power and elite boxing IQ. If Terence Crawford has proven anything over the years, it's that he doesn't just move up in weight. He conquers champions along the way. Amir Khan, who once stepped into the ring with Canelo Alvarez himself, knows exactly how dangerous that leap can be. Having experienced the physical difference firsthand, Khan didn't hold back when asked about Crawford possibly moving up to 168. In his view, the size difference could be the deciding factor, one that strongly favors Canelo.
Size matters, bro. End of the day, I think I like him, but if it was at 147 or 154, I said Crawford. But because anything heavier than that, if it's at 160 or above, I got Crawford. You got who? You not Crawford. Canelo. So anything over 160, Canelo. Anything below, if it's at 154,
While Khan did praise Crawford's skill set and acknowledge that he could still be a challenge even at higher weight classes, he cautioned fans not to focus solely on technique. Reflecting on Canelo's recent fight with William Skull, Khan noted that even though Skull landed clean punches, he lacked the power to genuinely threaten Canelo. According to Khan, Crawford would face the same problem.
look how big Skull was today. and he couldn't really control him. I mean, he was catching Canelo, but not hurting him. Canelo takes a good shot. Now, I mean, Canelo's a tough opponent, man. He can take a shot and give a shot back, and he's still young and strong and throws good shots and has good stamina.
Amir Khan wrapped up his thoughts with a clear warning to Crawford, drawing from his own experience. He urged Crawford not to take such a risk, recalling the consequences of stepping up against someone who is naturally heavier and more explosive. While Khan still holds Crawford's welterweight strength in high regard, he emphasized that the physical difference at super middleweight is an entirely different challenge.
Still a spring chicken, I mean, he's still got it.
You came a long way.
It's a tough fight, but look, I advise Crawford not to take a fight like that because I know what it's like when you give too much weight away. Even though Crawford is a big welterweight fighter and he could be put, and he's a strong fighter as well. But look, Canelo is just a bit stronger and heavier in my opinion, and bigger and stronger.
Dimitri Bivol, who knows what it's like to defeat Canelo, shared his initial thoughts after watching the face-off with Terence Crawford. He made it clear that this fight will not be an easy one for Canelo.
I think Crawford wants this fight a lot. He wants this fight, and I think he will be more active than Canelo's previous opponent. And he has different mentality. He has champion mentality. I think fight will be much more.
Then came the question about weight and whether the size difference could be too much for Crawford. But Bivol wasn't convinced that would ultimately decide the outcome.
I think Crawford will not let Canelo just walking on the ring when he wants, because we could see this fight. Canelo did everything. When he wanna rest, he could rest easy, in this fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, when he wants to work, that guy didn't give him work. Just rest.
Even
and I think with Crawford, it will be harder to rest.
From someone who has already cracked the Canelo code, this isn't just hype, it's a warning. Crawford's mentality, movement, and boxing IQ could be enough to push Canelo out of his comfort zone, even at 168. While some are backing Crawford's skill to bridge the size difference, rising middleweight contender Hamza Shiraz doesn't share that view. For him, the issue isn't Crawford's talent, it's the physical factors at play.
He does win by knockout. I think he does win by knockout. And that's only because of the weight. You can't jump up from 54 to 68 fighting the best of the best, even though you're the best yourself. It's too much of a weight jump, man. But listen, you never know. You can't write off Crawford, but I think Canelo will knock him out.
While Shiraz acknowledged that Crawford's greatness makes anything possible, his final prediction remained unchanged. After securing a unanimous decision over William Skull in a bout that featured more movement than punches, Canelo faced questions about what comes next. The crowd wasn't exactly thrilled, and it seemed Canelo wasn't either. But then came the real headline: confirmation that he's ready for the Crawford fight. Still reflecting on his recent victory, Canelo made it clear that the true challenge begins now.
Will employ the same tactics to box.
I hope not. I hope not, because the people deserve a good fight.
what do you make of the Crawford fight next?
Huh?
How excited are you for the Crawford fight?
I'm excited. I'm gonna enjoy this win and then we think. Yeah, do it.
The official face-off between Canelo and Crawford may have appeared respectful, but the words exchanged in the ring revealed a deeper narrative. Canelo, coming off a frustrating 12-round decision victory over William Skull, didn't hold back when addressing Crawford face-to-face.
How are you feeling after your great performance tonight?
No, I feel great. I win, I have to put a great show, but to put a great show, you need both fighters. So.
The undisputed champion didn't conceal his frustration with how the Skull fight played out. The lack of action, the movement, and the clinching were clearly bothersome to him. He made it clear that he doesn't want Crawford to turn their highly anticipated fight into another 12-round bout of evasion.
That's why I hate fighting like that, because to put a good show, you need to have two fighters try to be able to try to win, do something. But it is what it is. I'm happy. I'm happy with the win, and that's all that matters.
Beneath that composed statement, however, there was clear frustration. Canelo's body language made it evident, and his tone reflected it as well. When asked more about it, He revealed the mindset that he believes harms boxing's most significant events.
Okay, I win. I come to put a great show, but to put a great show, you need both fighters. So, but at the end of the day, win is a win.
Are you frustrated with William Scott?
Yeah, a little bit, but
What did you say to him at the end of the fight?
I say to him, you just come to, you can not win a fight like that, fighting like that. And he say, I'm sorry, it's my first time and I just tried to put a good fight and I'm so sorry.
Then came Canelo's message, not just for Skull, but for anyone else considering stepping into the ring with him just to make it through.
That's a mediocre mind. That's a mediocre mind because they come just to survive, to go to the 12th round. That's a mediocre mind. You need to put a good fight there and put great show,
While many saw Canelo Alvarez's unanimous decision over William Skull as a straightforward, even lackluster win, former world champion Amir Khan sparked some controversy with his candid evaluation. Khan didn't just describe it as close. He actually suggested that Skull might have had the edge.
You think Skull did enough? Yeah.
I think he did enough, man. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I like Canelo, but I think it was very close, and I thought Skull won by 2 rounds.
Khan highlighted Skull's ring IQ and timing, noting how he was making Canelo miss while landing clean counters. For Khan, it wasn't just about being active, it was about effective boxing. Even when the interviewer mentioned Canelo's early body shots, Khan remained unconvinced.
He was making him miss, but catching him with some good shots. I mean, you might be looking as a fighter, and you're looking at who was landing the better shots. It was Skull the cleaner shots.
Did you not think the body shots from Canelo were good?
At the start of the fight, yeah. But then towards the end, that's why Canelo slowed down a lot. And that's where I think Skull picked his pace up and was throwing a lot more shots and making Canelo miss a lot as well. But look, in the day, a very close fight. Like that, I had a 2 rounds to Skull, but it could have gone either or, but it was close.
Amir Khan's verdict stands in stark contrast to the official scores and Canelo's own confidence. However, it raises a broader question that fans have started to ask. Was that truly dominance? Or did Canelo barely get past a man with nothing to lose? Regardless, it only adds complexity to the potential Crawford fight. Trainer Joel Diaz didn't hold back when discussing the Canelo versus Crawford matchup. While he called Crawford his favorite fighter, he still believes this fight is a monumental challenge for the smaller man. For Diaz, it's not just about skill, it's about physicality, power, and proven durability.
For Canelo to win, simple as that. That's what I can tell you.
Then in September, if Canelo wins, he's got Terence Crawford waiting in the wings.
I mean, there is no way that Terence Crawford, being to me my favorite fighter, I mean, the best fighter pound for pound, can be Canelo. I mean, a 147 pounder moving up to 68, I mean, he can only maybe go 2-3 rounds, good 2-3 rounds, and then Canelo hits him and he hurts.
Diaz made it clear that Canelo's size and power aren't just theoretical advantages, they are proven assets. He pointed out how even Gennady Golovkin, widely regarded as the hardest puncher at middleweight, couldn't hurt Canelo. That's why Diaz believes that once Crawford feels the physical difference, it will be game over. To illustrate what he anticipates, Diaz compared it to a recent situation where a slick technician bit off more than he could handle.
He was being hit by Triple G, the hardest hitter in the division, and never hurt him. But Canelo will hit Crawford and he'll hurt him. Let's put it this way. You remember the fight Benavidez and Demetrius Andre? Yes. Demetrius Andre was a great fighter. Nobody wanted to fight him at 54. He moved to 60. Fight 1 or 2. Nobody wanted to fight him at 60. So what did he do? He moved up to 68 because there was nothing for him. He did in the first early round. Demetrius Andre was in control. He was doing great. But once that weight starts kicking in, it takes over. There is no way that Crawford can beat Canelo. I mean, Turkey on the sheet is a big fan of Terence Crawford. He wants to give him a good payday, and simple as that. That's all it is, man.
While Diaz acknowledges Crawford's skill set, he's clear that this fight isn't about boxing ability. It's about survival in a division where strength, size, and pressure can overwhelm even the most talented boxers. In his view, Crawford's brilliance won't be enough to change the outcome. Robert Garcia's father, the legendary Eduardo "Big" Garcia, kept his opinion straightforward when asked about Canelo versus Crawford. For him, this fight isn't about skills, resumes, or strategy. It's about weight, power, and business, and he doesn't see any scenario where Crawford wins, even by a miracle. Crawford is a great fighter, but he's moving up, and I don't think he can win. Canelo is going to beat him, Garcia said. He added that promoters don't want to see Canelo lose, given the millions he generates. Boxing legend Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. also isn't convinced by the idea of Crawford jumping all the way to 168 to face Canelo Alvarez. Speaking candidly, he warned that Crawford's skills might only last a few rounds before the physical differences start to take over. Despite the hype, Chavez sees this fight as more about money than logic.
Creo que los primeros rounds van a ser difíciles. El cubano tiene un estilo movidizo, pero creo que la experiencia de Canelo se va a imponer y va a ganar por nocaut.
You think the first rounds are going to be a little bit difficult because this Cuban style, he moves a lot. But after the second half of the fight, probably Canelo is going to, see what he can do.
Chavez believes that Crawford's slick movement might help him by some time early on, but he doesn't think time will save him as the rounds progress. He expects Canelo to wear him down over time. What truly concerns Chavez is the size disparity. A jump this significant from 147 to 168 doesn't seem logical from a fighter's perspective. He doesn't view it as a fair challenge, but more of a financial opportunity.
The two fighters are going to be different weight classes, even though they're going to fight on a specific weight. He believes that they're just going because of the money, Crawford, but probably Canelo is going to knock him out.
Chavez Sr. isn't dismissing Crawford's greatness, but he's emphasizing the reality that, regardless of the money involved, size matters. If Canelo connects clean, he doesn't just see Crawford losing, he sees him getting knocked out. Sean, who has sparred with Canelo himself, speaks from first-hand experience when discussing the importance of size, weight, and pressure. While Sean gave Crawford his due, calling him amazing and highly talented, he also highlighted the physical realities of the matchup, the weight, strength, and size advantage that Canelo brings into the ring, especially in the later rounds.
Heyman Crawford?
Yeah.
I think Canelo's just too big for Crawford. I mean, Terence Crawford is another, amazing fighter. Got to give credit when it's due. He's an amazing fighter, very talented, and he'll for sure give Canelo a fight, and Canelo knows that. But I feel like Canelo will use, his experience, his weight, and how big he is, and I think he'll overpower Terence Crawford like in the later.
Sean Garcia's perspective echoes a widespread concern in boxing. No matter how skilled Crawford is, moving up to 168 to face a battle-tested, heavy-handed Canelo might be too much of a challenge. Even those who recognize Crawford's genius, like Sean, view the size difference as a potential game-changer. Veteran fighter and former sparring partner to top pros, Lonnie B. Lionel Thompson, also shared his candid thoughts on the potential matchup between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. While he praised Crawford's skills, Thompson made it clear that this fight isn't just about skill. It's about physics, pressure, and presence in the ring.
Believer in a good big man always beats a good small man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, see, William Scar's a naturally big guy. Crawford isn't. You know what I'm saying? And the way he struggled with Magdalov, he won, but he struggled. You know what I'm saying? So
Lonnie B wasn't just offering generic commentary. He provided solid reasoning for why size would be an issue. He referenced Crawford's struggles against a lesser opponent, Madrimov, and pointed out that if someone like that could pose problems, a relentless force like Canelo would be a nightmare. He emphasized that Canelo's style, compact, powerful, and patient, would only amplify the challenges Crawford would face.
Who's going to be more coming forward, pushing the issue more, hitting them on the shoulders, the hips. Really not a clean target for very few fighters know how to create openings. And that Canelo style, you got to create the opening. You got to create it. And Canelo explodes, so you can't fall asleep. You know what I'm saying? So, no, you know what I'm saying? Listen, Crawford is a phenomenal fighter, one of the best fighters this generation ever touch a pair of gloves. And I could be wrong, but I just can't see it.
Lonnie B didn't question Crawford's greatness. He acknowledged him as one of the best fighters of this generation. But for Lonnie, this fight isn't about legacy. It's a matter of stylistic and physical mismatch. Like many who've faced powerful punchers in the ring, he believes Crawford's move to 168 is a step too far. The fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez is officially set, and it's not just another matchup. It's a monumental clash of greatness. Undisputed versus undisputed. The sport's slickest technician versus boxing's biggest name. Crawford is chasing his legacy. Canelo is defending his throne. But with greatness comes risk, and opinions are divided. Some argue Crawford's skill will dominate weight classes as it always has, while others believe he's entering a division where the size, power, and punishment will be too much to handle. We've heard from champions, trainers, and legends with their differing takes, but now, it's your turn to weigh in.